our high lunge. And working with your deep breath here. Our high lunge is technically not really a posture in yoga. It's more of a transition that we use in between. But it's such a nice hip opener that I like to stay here for a little bit and just kind of get some of the extra benefits. We'll take our next inhale, slowly fold the left leg in, place the left foot down next to the right, take an exhale, fold over your legs. Checking your knees, making sure that even if your legs are all the way straight, your knees aren't locked back all the way. On your next inhale, come halfway up, slide the hands on the shins. You need to soften the knees a bit here too. If you feel like there's any strain in the lower back, a little bend in the knees so that you can get the whole spine straight. Our exhale folds us back down over the legs. We'll soften the knees a little bit more. Take our inhale, arms sweep out to the sides, come all the way up into mountain. Exhale, bring the hands down to your heart. Taking a full breath. And our next inhale, arms sweep up. And then to exhale, we open out to the sides, soften the knees, drop yourself down over the legs, coming back down into your forward bend. Slow inhale, come halfway up. Nice lift up in the chest. On your exhale, release down over the legs. Then we'll come back with the opposite leg. We'll inhale, step the right leg back. High lunge on our left side. One more inhale, and then with our exhale, we step the left leg back and roll back into down facing dog. Drawing the lower belly up, and then you'll feel that that helps to reach the sitting bones and reach the tailbone a little higher. Trying to roll the hips forward. If you feel like you don't have freedom to roll the hips forward, it's probably because your hamstrings are a little bit too tight. So try bending the knees just a bit more and see if you can lift the tailbone higher. On our exhale, let's drop the knees down and come back into child's pose. If you'd like, since we're working on a little hip opening today, you can take the knees out to the sides of the mat for your child's pose. And then just let the belly drop down in between the legs. The wide leg version of child's pose. We'll come forward onto the hands and knees into our table. Rearrange the legs if you have the knees open wide. Just bring the knees so that they're back underneath the hips. We'll curl the toes underneath. Take our exhale back into down dog. Now either holding your down dog, or if you'd like to take three-legged dog, we'll inhale the right leg up. And wherever you're at, we'll take our exhale to step the right foot up in between the hands. exhale to drop the left knee, release the top of the left foot down to the mat. We'll inhale, lift the chest up, come up into Anjaneyar, but keep the arms down. Thinking about reaching the fingers down toward the floor, let the shoulders slide down your back. Every inhale, getting a little lift up in the chest, but also trying to get that nice hip opening from our low lunge. Pressing the hips forward slightly, but making sure that the knee is still over the ankle. Let's sweep the arms behind the back, interlace the fingers, get a little extra lift in the chest. Releasing the hands, we'll take our inhale, sweep the arms up. Slow exhale, drop the hands down to your heart. Release the hands onto the mat. We're going to curl the left toes underneath, lift the left knee up. So we're back into our high lunge. From here, we're going to start to walk the hands around to the left side of the mat, and then we're going to pivot the feet so that we end up in a wide leg forward bend. Once you're over, you can adjust your stance. If you want a little bit more stretch, heel toe the feet farther apart. If you feel like it's a little bit too intense, you can start to heel toe the feet closer. One more deep breath on this side. Using your next exhale, walk the hands back around to the right foot. We'll pivot the feet around, make your way back into that high lunge. And slowly making your way up, use an inhale to step the left foot up. Exhale to fold yourself over the legs. Inhale lifts us halfway up. Draw the shoulder blades back to keep the chest open. Releasing on your exhale. Soft bend in the knees to take your inhale, sweep up to mountain. Exhale, join the hands together in front of your heart. Exhale, just fold the hands over the heart. Feeling the heartbeat a little bit faster than it was during the beginning of class. Next inhale sweeps the arms all the way up. As we exhale, open the arms out, reach the thumbs back, and make sure you soften the knees as you dive yourself down over the legs. With our inhale halfway up, flatten the spine. Strong reach in opposite directions. Try to lengthen. Our exhale folds us over the legs. And then we'll come over to the other side. We'll start with an inhale to step the right leg back. We're into a high lunge with the left foot on the top of the mat. Starting out with Anjaneyar, our low lunge, we'll exhale to drop the right knee, release the top of the right foot. With your inhale, just lift the chest up, keep the arms low. We're letting the shoulders slide down the back like you're trying to reach the fingertips down toward the floor. Getting that little press forward in the hips. Make sure that the lower back is okay. So that lunge a bit if you start to feel any strain in the lower back. And start to sweep the arms behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Back bend here. It's more about using your inhale to lift the chest, lift the heart a little bit. We'll release the arms on an exhale. Take your inhale, sweep the arms up. And then your exhale drops the hands down in front of the heart. Releasing all the way down to the mat, taking hands on either side of the left leg. Curling the right toes underneath, lift the right knee. This time we'll start to walk the hands around to the right side of the mat. Pivot the feet around and bring yourself into a wide leg forward bend. Making any adjustments to the distance between the feet, either closer or farther apart. Maybe playing around with the position of your hands. If you feel like you need a little more support, you can keep the hands right underneath the head. If you want to try and go deeper into that forward bend, turn the fingers to face the wall behind you. Try to walk the hands underneath the legs. Deep breath here. Starting to walk the hands around to the front of the mat again. Bringing the hands on either side of the left foot. You'll find yourself back up in that high lunge. From here, taking an exhale to step the left leg back, finding down dog. A little extra rest, you can always drop back into child's pose. We'll use our next inhale, roll forward into a high plank or drop the knees down, taking a half plank. Slowly bring yourself all the way down to the mat. We'll take our back bend and our chest opener together. We're going to sweep the hands behind the back and either leaving the arms on the sides or maybe interlacing the fingers, trying to press the palms together. Your inhale lifts the chest up. On your exhale, try to press the knuckles away from you. Let that slide the shoulders down the back. Whichever version of that back bend you're in, make sure that you stay low and try to keep your gaze down toward the floor. One last inhale, lengthening out through the crown of the head. Our exhale releases us down to the mat. You can bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Press into the palms up through table, then either rolling back into your regular down dog or regular child's pose, or maybe taking the knees wide for that open like child's pose.